Good morning. In the previous lecture, we discussed scalar and vector fields, and our next article is line integration. Line integration. Definition is very simple. Integration of a vector point function along a curve is known as line integration. Integration of a vector point function along a curve is known as line integration. Let us consider a region of space, and in this region of space, a vector point function v of x, y, z is defined throughout the region. A vector point function v of x, y, z is defined throughout the given region, which is a vector field. Let us consider a curve in this vector field. The curve is starting from point P1 and it ends at point P2. Let us consider a curve P1, P2 in this vector field. In this vector field, a vector point function is defined by v of x, y, z. Now, the path P1 to P2 may be represented by curve C1. Curve C1 is the path P1 to P2. This curve C1, the path from P1 to P2, is divided into very small line segments. Let us divide the whole path P1 to P2. Let us divide the whole curve C1 into infinitesimal line elements. A single infinitesimal line element may be given by dr. Let us have scalar product of the vector point function v with dr. Let us have scalar point function of let us have scalar product of the vector point function v with the infinitesimal line element dr. Let us have scalar product of the vector point function v with the infinitesimal line element dr. Let us suppose this dr is formed somewhere here at point P. This is the point P under consideration, and at this point P, this scalar product is taken, that is V dot dr. So, value of the vector point function at this single point is this. The curve P1 to P2 or the curve C1 is composed of large number of such points. This curve P1 to P2, curve C1 is composed of large number of such points. Sum of all such values from P1 to P2 is known as line integration of the vector point function V. Sum of all such values from point P1 to P2 is known as the line integration of vector point function V along the curve C1. The curve is going from P1 to P2. We know that every point on this curve P1 to P2 is specifying a vector point function having unique magnitude and unique direction. It means that direction of the vector point function is continuously changing as we move from P1 to P2. So, let us draw a tangent at this point P under consideration. This tangent makes angle theta with this curve, and this scalar product may be expressed in terms of the tangential component V into dr into cos theta. V dot dr is V dr cos theta. And what will be the line integration? It will be simply this. Integration from P1 to P2 V dot dr. This is nothing but integration of P1 to P2 V dr cos theta. This is known as line integration of vector point function V from P1 to P2. This is also the line integration of vector point function V in terms of the tangential component from the point P1 to P2. Now, we have one more curve. What is the other curve? It is starting from P, P2 and ends at P1. This curve starts from P2, ends at P1. And now, if you take line integration from P2 to P1, then line integration of vector point function V from P2 to P1 will be this. This is integration of a vector point function from P2 to P1. So, this should come with minus sign with reference to this. Here the direction is from P1 to P2. In this case the direction is from P2 to P1. If we compare, endpoints are same. P1, P2, these are endpoints for this curve. These are endpoints for this curve. As endpoints for this curve and this curve, as endpoints for this line integration and this line integration are same, It means that if this quantity is positive, this quantity will be negative. If this quantity is positive, this quantity will be negative. Or we can simply write here, this is equal to minus of P2 to P1 V dot dr, and this is equal to minus of P2 to P1 V dr cos theta. Now if you take this sum, this is equal to this is equal to this is equal to this. If we take this sum, see what we get here. I may put a plus sign here. This is becoming automatically minus because reverse direction. For this, I may put the same thing. So what we find here, this total line integration is becoming 0. This total line integration is becoming 0. The line integration started from point P1 up to P2, this one. It is continued from P2 to P1, this one. It means that the line integration of a vector point function about a closed path, about a closed curve. What is this? This one and this one. Line integration of a vector point function about a closed path is 0. If we are getting such a result, that vector field is known as conservative vector field. Line integration of a vector point function about a closed path is 0. This is the property of conservative vector fields. The gravitational field, electrostatic field, etc. are examples of conservative vector fields. Gravitational field, electrostatic fields, etc. are examples of conservative fields. And what is property of conservative vector fields? Property of conservative vector fields is the line integration of a vector point function about a closed path is always 0, and such a vector field is known as conservative vector field. In conservative vector field, the vector is always defined as gradient of a scalar. In conservative vector fields, the vector in the conservative vector field, the vector is always defined as gradient of a scalar. We are moving from P1 to P2, then back from P2 to P1. It is a curl, rotation of a vector. It may be represented by curl, and if we represent this by curl of vector v is 0, it is nothing but curl of grad of phi is equal to 0, where this grad phi is V. Curl of V is 0 for conservative vector fields. In conservative vector fields, vector is defined as gradient of a scalar. If we have curl V is equal to 0, it means that curl of grad phi is equal to 0, where phi is scalar point function, gradient of scalar point function is vector V. And so for conservative vector fields, curl of grad of a vector point function is always 0. This is a property of conservative vector fields. In conservative vector fields, the line integration of a vector point function about a closed path is always 0. It is independent of the path taken. Here we have taken this path. Somebody may select this path, P1 to P2, P2 to P1. It is closed path. This path is not taken, instead of this path is taken. You may consider this path, this path, this path, or this path. You select any closed path. Okay, here I have 1, 2, 3. You can have more. You can select any closed path. You will find that independent of the path considered, independent of the path considered, the line integration of a vector point function about a closed path is 0 in conservative vector fields. It means that the line integration of a vector point function is independent of the path considered in conservative vector fields. Irrespective of any closed path you consider, line integration of a vector point function about a closed path is always 0. This is the important property of conservative vector fields. If we go for non-conservative vector fields, actually all central force fields are conservative vector fields. All central force fields are conservative vector fields. If we go for non-conservative vector fields, we find that this is not 0, this is not 0. In case of conservative vector fields, this is not 0, this is not 0. It means that the line integration of a vector point function is dependent of the path under consideration in case of non-conservative vector fields. Whereas in case of conservative vector fields, it is independent of the path under consideration. The line integration of vector point function is always 0 around a closed path in conservative vector fields. Whereas in non-conservative vector fields, which are generally non-center force fields, such as magnetic field. Magnetic field is not a central force field. Magnetic field is not a central force field, and therefore magnetic field may be taken as non-conservative vector field, and for non-conservative vector field this is not equal to 0, this is not equal to 0. This is about the line integration. We defined line integration as integration of a vector point function about a curve. I have solved all these things here, explained the needed concepts and mathematical expressions. Hope you got it. It is a small and simple article. Thank you.